Hello, welcome back if you've been around for a while, or welcome if you're new. Similar to Tuesday's video, I wasn't sure if today's video was gonna happen. The good news is Ani is feeling good, she is back to daycare, she was super happy to go, excited to see her friends. The not so good news, I'll share in a minute. So yeah, like I said, Ani definitely feels better. I don't know that she's 100% back to normal, but she doesn't seem to be in pain anymore, so we thought it was good to send her to daycare. I should note, I'm filming this on Wednesday, so Wednesday she went back to daycare. That's the good news. The not so good news has been, obviously, she was sick for a while. It's impacted Lauda and I. We're both really tired. Lauda doesn't feel great, so we're not sure if she got something Ani had, or, you know, if it's just from the lack of sleep. I feel okay other than just being tired, but then also on top of this, our car's service engine light came on, our laptop completely quit working, and then, this is mild compared to those, but my phone case snapped, so I have a naked phone. That makes me nervous. I don't drop my phone often, but with the luck we've been having, if I dropped it, it would be now while it's not in a case. But all of those sort of negative things happening got me thinking about staying positive in the face of adversity and the ways I do it. So the first one is, and I've talked about it before, my kind of go-to thought that I force myself to have is using the car engine light come on as an example. Car engine light comes on as I'm driving, and I think to myself, first, oh, really? Why? Right now? You know, I don't want to have to pay for a car repair. Blah, 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 blah. And then the first thing I do is my old tried and true, is this going to bother me in 5 years? In 5 years down the road, am I still going to care that, you know, April 2021, my check engine light came on? And realistically, no, I'm not. And on top of it, at least there's an indication light that pops on before something gets totally out of whack or, you know, causes some car issues that makes it so it's not drivable. Those sort of practices of forcing myself to think about the future and looking back, and then also just to kind of reframe it, definitely help me keep things positive. Now, if I'm being totally honest, as they start to pile on top of each other, and then you add in maybe not feeling great and being tired, it gets a little harder to do that. And that's where it's important, at least for me, to have somebody else to not only hold me accountable, but to kind of help me process through these things, process through my feelings, and then help me reframe some of this stuff. And for me, that person generally is Lauda, but also, you know, my sister, my parents, and a few of my friends, but typically Lauda just because I see her the most. And I've noticed, looking back, that we're really good at doing it back and forth. When some of these things started going wrong, Lauda was like, you know what? We have each other, we're healthy, we have our house, we have food to eat. Yes, these things are bad, but you know, it could be much, much worse, which is true. That's not to say that the things that are happening aren't negative, because they are, but taking a look at the big picture definitely helps put these negative things into perspective, realizing that they're pretty small. And then here recently, she was the one that started going more towards that attitude, probably because she's a little bit more tired than me, has more going on just because of work stress, heading into testing season, and so I've been able to do that for her. Yes, all of these things are going wrong. The computer crashed. Well, it didn't crash. It decided to auto-update its operating system, which we've been declining because we know we didn't have the memory for it. It auto-started it last night, and the computer completely got stuck, and it's taken me all day today to sort it out. And so Lauda was like, you know, what next? And I was like, yeah, what next? But also, all of these other things are going right. Ani's feeling better. You know, I still don't have a job, but I'm finding jobs to apply for. So we're kind of playing that role for each other. And then now, sitting here at almost time to go get Ani from daycare, the car situation is good to go. The computer situation, thankfully good to go. I had to wipe the memory clean. Thankfully, we have our external hard drive. Most of the stuff was in the cloud and came right back down to the computer anyway. All of our, you know, little videos, our photos, documents, etc. But we also back things up. Personally, for me, things that I really want to make sure are secure, I put on an external hard drive and I email to myself as an attachment. For instance, my resume, it'd be a big pain in the butt to go back and try to recreate that, so it's on here. I also have it as an attachment in my email. But thinking ahead like that is something that helps us stay positive in the face of these things that are going bad, because they could be so much worse. You know, I could be a college student who didn't back up any of my stuff and lost it all. Instead, I've lived and learned, and now I'm an adult. I back up my stuff electronically, and it really, other than just being a lost day of me trying to repair the computer, could have been so much worse. But yeah, with that said, this is going to be short and sweet because, like I said, I need to go get Ani. Like I said, our big things when things are going bad are to, you know, use somebody we trust to help us process it, to try to reframe things as much as we can, as well as doing my trick of, in 5 years down the road, is this still going to bother me? And if it's not, trying to let it go. I do want to note, I'm very sensitive to the fact that mental health issues are a completely separate entity. If you are suffering from depression, these tools might help a little, but they're not going to fix depression. I am coming at this from a point of view of somebody who is fairly mentally well. And these are enough for me. They're enough to, you know, get past the negative hurdles, you know, when they start coming up, especially in multiples, which is what we're facing now. And then on top of that, I didn't mention it, but obviously trying to sleep. That's one of our problems right now, is we're not getting much, but if possible, trying to get a healthy amount of sleep, hydrating, eating healthy foods, moving your body, getting outside to get some sunlight, and then my personal favorite, trying to be of service to other people, whether it's just doing something nice for your kids or your spouse, or volunteering. You know, there's a wide sort of variety of things that qualify as that. But those are the things that we use here to help us get past negativity and keep a positive spin on it. Short and sweet. Hopefully you got something out of this. Hopefully next week things will be back to normal for us so we can get back to some of the videos we've had planned, and hopefully you're having a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye.